Let me know if you agree with this. It's being reported that Jamaica's poverty rate has fallen to record 8.2%. Greetings and salutations to all nations, especially my Jamaicans. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's your favorite Rastaman on the internet. It's Rastafari out there here on TV. Thank you for tuning into the Rastaman channel. Yeah, nice. Because Jamaica's poverty rate has declined 16.7% in 2021 to a record low of 8.2% in 2023, the lowest figure ever recorded since poverty rate were first measured in the island 1989. It was stated Wednesday morning by Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, Dr. Wayne Henry, at the PIOJ quarters media brief that the state of economy is looking good. Henry quoted from the data in the latest edition of Jamaican Survey of Living Condition, the JSLC, which is collected by the Statistical Institute of Jamaica. The estimate of 2024 will be proven and provided later this year once the JSLC data is received from the Statistic Institute of Jamaica, Henry said. He cautioned that it was important to contextualize that no poverty results are available for 2022 as the JSLC was not conducted that year due to the start of the population and the housing census. Also, in 2018, Statin revised the sample design and weight methodology applying to the JSLC sample. Henry pointed out that the data of 2012 and 17 since has received or revised to account for these changes to facilitate comparability with the 2018 and subsequently the year. Therefore, data prior to 2012 should not be compared with the data for 2012 to 2023, Henry advised, while the trend in poverty reduced remain clear and credible comparison across years, particularly with pre-revision estimates should be interpreted with caution, he said. According to Henry, while these adjustments in methodology improve the accuracy of national estimates, they may be affect that strict comparability of data across the time space. He highlighted that in 2012, poverty in Jamaica was 19.7%. That meant that nearly 1 in every 5 Jamaican was consuming below the poverty line. The rate have trended down since by spike to 16%, but spiked 16% in 2021, like reflecting the fallout from the C-19 pandemic. He added, Henry said that data reflected progress across all regions of the country. In the greater Kingston metropolitan area, poverty fallen from 10.4% in 2021 to 3% in 2023. While this is a positive development, we observe that there was high variability around the estimate. Such maybe it was less precise than other. It should therefore be interpreted with some caution, said Henry. In other urban centers, the poverty rate declined to 9% from 15.5% in 2021, reversing the upward trend observed in 2018. Of significance, it is that in a rural area, which historically experienced the highest level of poverty, the rate dropped from 22.1% to 11.5%, a decline of more than 10% point. Henry highlighted that real per capita consumption increased across all income groups, but the greatest improvement occurred in quantities 1 and 2, the lowest 40%. In these two quantities, consumption rose by 12% and 16.6% respectively. In addition to the national decline in poverty, Henry said also reported a decline in food poverty, which is also referred to as extreme poverty. In Jamaica context, food poverty referred to the inability of a household to afford the minimum daily calories intake required for good health, he remarked. He highlighted that 2023, the food poverty rate fell to 2.8%, down from 5.8% in 2021 and 4% in 2020. 4% in 2020. It says 9, but the lowest 2025, in 2025, marking the lowest on record. In the newspaper, it says 2029, so that's where I have the mistake. The factors contributed to the lowest poverty rate include: by 2023, Jamaica had officially recovered from the shock of the C-19 and had extended a new growth phase. The pandemic had interrupted 7 consecutive years of growth. Rise in employment, increase of 85.7% increase in the national minimum wage between 2022 and 2023, improving the lives of the categories of workers. Social protection programs were strengthened, including PATH, the social pension program, poor relief program, and targeted intervention aimed at generating youth program employment and encouraging small-scale agriculture. Remittance continue to supply the income for nearly 50% of Jamaicans' household. So, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like there's some good news here going on. If we could just combat the crime that's going on in Jamaica right now, obviously employment is going up, wages are going up, remittance continue to come through, buildings, roads. Big up, bro God. Anybody say bro God now do a great job, maybe on the crime, so we don't want him to fix up the crime, but right now I'm telling you, it's a great news. It's good look. Poverty rate has fallen in Jamaica to a record low of 8.2%. Big up all the youths them who out there get them work. Big up all the taxi drivers, them, all the farmers, them, all the hustlers, all the women them who are shopkeeper, bartender, all of the construction worker them. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. It's a good look. Good news coming out of Jamaica. Poverty rate falls to a record low of 8.2%. More life, more joy, more nappiness.
We're watching Deep Roots TV!
That's what this is what you want to know, so may I represent for Deep Roots TV. This one is a bombshell. Check it out.